The Aztec Empire of 1519 was the most powerful Mesoamerican kingdom of all time. The multi-ethnic, multilingual realm stretched for more than 80,000 square miles through many parts of what is now central and southern Mexico. At its height, it ruled over 500 small states and some 6 to 7 million people, either by conquest or commerce, and its capital city, Tenochtitlan, had about 140,000 inhabitants. They had a strong system of laws governed by economic cooperation, and conquered regions paid tribute and taxes to the emperor. However, everything changed when a Spanish conquistador named Hernani Cortez arrived. Before we continue, I would like to remind you that we do have a Patreon. Right now, we have 0 Patreon supporting my channel. For only $5 a month, you can help support my channel and help me improve the quality of the videos. Right now, I'm editing all of my videos on a phone using a free software. All of the links to the donation are in the description below. I will greatly appreciate your help. Thank you. Now back to Hernani Cortez and his conquistadors. It only took 93 days of resistance to bring down the mighty Aztec Empire. The city of Tenochtitlan was sacked and ravaged by smallpox and eventually taken over by the conquistadors. Within 5 years, as many as 15 million people, an estimated 80% of the entire population, were wiped out in the epidemic. Smallpox and many diseases that were brought on by the European invaders were lethal to many Native Americans who had no immunity to the diseases, resulting in sweeping epidemic and repeatedly affecting the same tribes. While epidemics were the leading cause of population decline of the Native Americans after 1492, there were other contributing factors, all of which are related to the European contact and colonization. The same was also true in Australia, where experts estimate the number of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders at more than 800,000 people at the time of invasion in 1788. It fell to its low of around 100,000 people in the 1900s, a sharp decrease of around 84%. Much of the credit for the European military success in the New World can be credited to their superior weapons, their literacy, heritage, and road-bearing mammals like horses which can cover a lot of ground. All these factors combined gave the conquistadors a massive advantage over the sophisticated civilization of the Aztec and Inca Empire. However, when it came to Africa, it was a reverse Uno card. Except for a few trading outposts in West Africa and the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa, much of the continent remained unexplored. Most explorers described it as a mysterious continent filled with ferocious animals and uncivilized naked savages. Africa had so many tropical diseases such as sleeping sickness and yellow fever. However, the main primary source of concern was malaria, which was particularly common in the sub-Saharan region. The native population were relatively resistant to the disease due to having sickle cell. This is an evolutionary trait people developed in response to the disease. Europeans, however, lacked this resistance and as a result died in shiploads. The continent remained unexplored for many years to come. It was only until the mid-19th century, during the Victorian era, that quinine came online. It was a major game changer that enabled them to safely explore the continent. Africa was in no way as advanced or organized as the Aztec Empire. Most of it was hunter-gatherer, with small states here and there. It could have been easily sacked and occupied like South America and North America. Diseases and germs played a huge role in how history unfolded, how nations were formed and how they collapsed. It has shaped the way we live, trade, and communicate with each other. I want to thank you for watching. If you want to support my work on Patreon, all the links to the donation are in the description. I have a deep desire to create insightful videos on how our world works. However, I do not have the right tools to get the job done, like a microphone or a laptop, to edit my videos professionally. Not to mention, I use the free editing software that leaves a watermark. I would greatly appreciate your help in moving forward this channel. Bye, and thank you.